Hi there, Grateful Gang. My name is Lauren Blanchard Zalewski, and I am the founder and co-admin of the group you're in right now, Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain, or as we lovingly call it here, AOG. For those of you that have been around for a while, I'm certainly no stranger, but I haven't done one of these live broadcasts in a while. And for those of you that are new, I thought I'd introduce myself and maybe tell you a little bit about our group. And even if you have been around for a while, I may be able to give you a little bit more information that you don't already know, since it's been a while since I've been on the air with you all. So hope you're all doing well, and welcome to AOG. I hope that you're enjoying it so far. We've had a lot of new members lately, which is super exciting. So I just kind of wanted to go through kind of what it is that our Facebook. It's a place where we go to share our joys and our gratitude every single day, despite living in bodies that sometimes we're not all that grateful for. Let's face it. I started it back almost 4 years ago, back in 2014. And the reason why I started it is because, well, I've been sick for 20 years. I've been sick with a chronic illness for 20 years. And I've had, as like all of you have had, I've had lots of highs and lows with it. And I got very, very low a little over 5 years ago. I went through a very dark period, but I was lucky enough to be given a second chance. And so with that second chance came this renewed sense to make my life better while living with chronic pain and illness, because I have this. It's just a fact. I've come to that place of acceptance. Doesn't mean I have to like it, but I do accept it. So I'd like to live this life and live it, and not just exist. So what I learned was that part of that for me is having connection. I hadn't been in any support groups up until 5 years ago. And when I realized the importance of support from fellow chronic illness thrivers, as I like to call them, I sought them out on Facebook. And what I found on Facebook was a lot of great information, a lot of great information. I will never knock another Facebook group. But what I wasn't finding, I was finding information pertaining to my illness and specific stuff. But what I wasn't finding was a place to feel uplifted, motivated, and inspired. A lot of times I was leaving those groups feeling just kind of depressed, to be honest with you, because it was all pretty much focusing on the problem. And look, I live with the problem every day, as do all of you. I know what the problem is. What I'd like to know is, how can I be happy living with this? And I wasn't finding that. So I saw that, I started this group, and I thought, let's start a group where we're not allowed to complain. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't complain. Far from it. I complain all the time to my husband, my kids, my best friends I've met here on the group over private message. It's a really, really important part. Venting is so important, but I wanted a place where no matter what time of day you went, 24/7, you could go and not be inundated with the negative. I wanted a place where we could be happy and inspired and motivate each other. So that's why I started the group with a no complaining rule. That's really kind of the only rule we had in the beginning 4 years ago. We have a lot more than that now, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. And I wasn't even sure that there were others out there like me. I wasn't sure if other people would want to join a group like that. But I figured I'd give it a shot. And now, almost 4 years later, we have just under 4,300 members. And I get so humbled and inspired every day by the fact that we have so many people that willingly join a group like this, where they know that they're not allowed to complain. And you guys, you inspire me every day. I hope that you also get inspired. I see every day, and it never gets old to me. You see on the page every day, you know, my family's noticed a difference. My friends have noticed a difference in me. I've noticed a difference in me. That's what you're all saying on the page. And that never gets old to me, because I just feel like we've tapped into something really special here. And that's why we need the guidelines that we have. And if you haven't read them, if you're brand new, please, please, please read them. They're very important for a lot of reasons. Our group operates, because we're so unique, we do have a lot of guidelines, I won't lie to you. But if reading is a problem for you, I've done a video reading of them, so you can just listen to me babble on in the background if you don't want to read. But they are super important. We don't mention medications. Like, there's some really important guidelines there, as well as explanations why we can't complain. It's not just being on a power trip and not allowed to complain. We do have really good reasons. So we explain that in our guidelines. They are listed in the pinned post at the top of the page in our group files. They're all over the place. You really can't miss the rules. So, oh, we have a comment from somebody. Can we show that? Oh, look, it's a little smiley. Thanks, Forever Smiley. They used to be able to show like who wrote what, and apparently Facebook is having a problem with that now. So whoever Smiley with the nice little heart eyeball, thank you. I don't like that we can't see who it's from, but thank you. So anyway, please read our rules and guidelines. And also, I just need to give a shout out to my two team members, because this is certainly not, you know, just my gig here. Amy Gray and Linda Edwards helped me out so much behind the scenes, so I need to give them a shout out. They are really just kind of the unsung heroes of AOG, and they work very, very hard. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. Thank you, Linda and Amy. I love you both. So what do we do every day here in AOG? We do lots of things, actually. First thing in the morning, we post our daily intentions. I post a daily intention post. What's a daily intention? It's kind of like goal setting, but without the pressure of setting a goal. Because our illnesses fluctuate, you know, by the minute, we can have a goal set in the morning, but 5 minutes from now, that goal isn't really attainable for us. And then we set ourselves up for some, you know, some really, oops, somebody can't hear, you can't hear me speaking. Shoot. Hope that's not for everybody. That would be a real bummer. I'll keep going and give it a shot though. What was it? Oh, the daily intentions. Okay, somebody can hear me. All right, cool. Thank you. I don't know why they're not showing up. Here we go. Okay. It wouldn't surprise me if I had it on mute or something. So this is why I don't take any technological input. I take it very seriously because I am so not technologically savvy. But all right, somebody can hear me. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. So anyway, daily intentions. So we set them up as, this is what I intend to do every day. And if I make it, that's awesome. And if I don't, that's okay. You know, it's just what we intend. It's not a goal that sets ourselves up for failure and disappointment at the end of the day. Then we also have our daily group question. And Amy usually comes up with these awesome questions that are usually, they're always positively based, but they range anywhere from like, what made you happy today to, let's see, what was today's? I'm trying to remember what today's was. Oh shoot, it was a good one today too. Brain fog, chronic illness, brain fog. Oh my gosh, it was such a good one, Amy. I forget. Anyway, we have awesome daily group questions every single day. And I love reading everybody's answers. And I know as well as you members love reading the answers as well. And it's fun to get to know each other as well through these daily questions. And then every day we post our daily gratitude right around 5 p.m. my time, which is Eastern Standard Time. We have our daily gratitude, and we just say, what are we grateful for today? And you can write anything, or I should also mention that participation in our group is completely optional, completely optional. We put no weight in those who comment every day versus those who lurk and never like anything. Every member is equally important in our group. We are a big team. Nobody has any more weight than anybody else, including the admins. That's another reason why I think we work so well. So participation is completely optional in all of these things. So yeah, daily gratitude. What are you grateful for today? Pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes they're little things and sometimes they're big things, but honestly, when you live with a chronic illness, and you guys know, even the little things are really, really big things to us. And I think that's part of what makes us a really special community. Then there's, what else we have? I do a good night post every night where I say good night to everybody and kind of sum up the day usually. And then we have, this isn't my group, I want to specify that too. We have, everybody is free to post any graphics that you want that you think pertain to the group. We have some people that post some really, really beautiful things that pertain to, you know, overcoming adversity and gratitude and some funny things. And I'm going to put this on here. Make sure you have volume turned on your computer, then you can hear me. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, you're free to post whatever graphics you want. One thing I should mention, and this is for those also who have been around for a while, we do have a no sharing rule, but that no sharing rule really just pertains to our discussions. You can share graphics, or I call them gratigraphics, like gratitude graphics. You can share those from the group. You're more than willing, or you're more than able to share those on your personal page or in other groups or whatever. It's really just our discussions that you're not open to share, and that's, you know, we're a closed group, so, and we take that very, very seriously. A couple other things that we offer. Wednesdays, every Wednesday afternoon at 2 p.m. my time, which is Eastern Standard Time, we have something called the Flush the Format live chat. And it's called Flush the Format because all of our regular group rules are, we flush them. So for that hour, for 1 hour, you can come on live on Zoom. We use Zoom, which is kind of like Skype, but a whole lot easier to use, I think. And you can talk about whatever you want. If you have no place else to, oh, there goes my cat. If you have no place else to vent, or even if you have other places to vent and want to vent with your fellow AOG team members, we call ourselves Grateful Gangsters, come join us. We have a great time. Even if you don't want to share, if you're just not feeling it that day, you know, just want to listen, you can turn off your video camera, turn off your audio, and just listen to the rest of us kind of discussing topics that pertain to all of us, really. We do have a topic set each week that Linda always comes up with an amazing one, but we sway from that depending on what we need to talk about on any given week. Maybe somebody's really struggling with something that particular day. It's a really, really powerful hour, so I highly recommend that you give it a shot. And again, you know, participation's optional, but you can totally turn yourself off and just listen and really get a lot out of it. We also offer on Monday nights, it's not officially an AOG thing, but we offer a Chronic Pain Anonymous meeting online on video chat as well on Zoom. And that is Monday evening, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. And all of this information is available, how to log in our group rules and guidelines. And that Chronic Pain Anonymous is a 12-step fellowship that helps us to deal with the emotional debilitation of chronic pain and chronic illness. So that's a really powerful hour as well. Oh, you can hear me now. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Glad you can hear me now. Hope everybody else has been able to hear me. So I highly encourage you to join that as well. It's a really powerful hour. And I think that's about it. I just wanted to thank you guys all for being valued members. Please, if you have any questions, concerns, ideas, please feel free to private message myself or Amy or Linda. We're always open to new ideas on how to make the group even better. But man, you know, every day I think it can't get any better, and it just does. A little bit of a funny story quickly. Jackie Pasqua was Pisani before she got married. She was the admin with me for a long time, a couple of years, up until last year. She's still a member of the group. But we decided at 100 members, which was a couple of years ago, we decided that we wanted to keep the intimacy of the group intact. And we were going to stop adding new members at 100 members because we felt that strongly about keeping the group intimate. And it was like at the very last minute, we decided to just, we'll keep it open. If it ever starts to feel out of control, we'll stop it then. Well, thank God we didn't, because somehow, all right, my cat's now eating the cord. Rory, trouble. Tries to get me off the air. Yeah, so we thought if it ever got out of control, we would just stop it. It hasn't gotten out of control. As a matter of fact, the more grateful gangsters that we add to the group, it seems like the more special and the more intimate it gets. So I'm really, really lucky for and grateful for that last minute decision. So I think that's it for me. Thank you all for tuning in and for hopefully getting rid of the technological issues. Oops, somebody wrote, hi, awesome sauce. Woo! Talking my language. I'm sorry, it says, there's a message here that says, comments on the live broadcast will appear without a name and photo on the screen. Well, it didn't used to be that way. It used to be that there was a name and photo attached. It said they're trying to work it out with Facebook. So I don't know if this company Be Live that I've been using is in problems with Facebook, but if so, I'm going to have to change that soon because I want to be able to see all of your comments and your beautiful faces. So again, thank you for being a member of AOG. I love you all. I really, really do. If you like the group, tell your friends. If you know of somebody who really could use some positivity in their lives, tell your friends. I should also mention our name is Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain. But chronic pain, I've found, it really encompasses a lot of things. And pain can be emotional or physical or both. You know, I think a lot of us, when we have chronic pain, it's only natural that we have emotional pain that goes with it. They really go hand in hand, and studies have shown that. But we have a lot of members that don't have physical pain, but have emotional pain. And I found that the way it affects us is exactly the same. So you don't have to have a chronic illness to be a member of this group at all. You just need to have a need and a want to have some positivity in your life and maybe be struggling with other pain in some other avenue of your life. That's it. That's it. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thanks for letting me kind of introduce myself again and talk, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye. Love ya.